Assalamu alaikum. We are reading about the life of our Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam so that we can understand how lucky we are. Before I continue, I want to again read from the book Ethics of Islam. Scholars called mujaddids, that are restorers, will exist till the end of the world. Hence, those who propose the necessity of modifying the religion by adding new things to Nas are enemies of Islam. They make such assertions as scientific media have changed. We are facing new events. Religious men should gather and write new interpretations. New ijtihads should be performed. They are enemies of Islam. They are disbelievers. They are zindiks. Let us continue. After reading the letter from our master, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Amir al-Mu'mineen Abdullah bin Jahsh said, "We are the slaves of Allah Ta'ala, and all of us will return to Him. I've heard and obeyed. I will fulfill the order of Allah Ta'ala and His beloved Prophet," and kissed the letter and brought it to his forehead as a sign of respect. Then he returned to his friends and said, "He who is eager to attain martyrdom, let him come with me. Who doesn't want to come can go back. I do not force any of you. If you do not come with me, I will go alone and fulfill the order of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." His friends replied, "Altogether, we have heard the orders of our master, the Prophet. We are obedient to Allah Ta'ala, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you. Walk with the benediction of Allah Ta'ala to wherever you would like." This small army, including Hadrat Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas, went towards Hejaz and came to Nahla. They hid somewhere and started to watch the Qurayshis who passed there. Meanwhile, the Quraysh caravan passed. Their camels were loaded. The Mujahids approached the caravan and invited them to Islam. When they did not accept, they began to fight. They killed one of them and captured two others. They could not reach another one because he had a horse. All the goods of the disbelievers were left to the Mujahids. Abdullah bin Jahsh separated 1/5 of these war booties for our master Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This was the first war booty which Muslims won in battle. Now we should talk about the Masjid Qiblatain. 17 months had passed since the hijrah of our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Medina in Munawwara. Up to then, they would perform the ritual prayers by turning towards the Bayt al-Maqdis in Qudus Sharif, that is in Jerusalem. In the meantime, it had reached to the ears of our Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that the Jews were saying, "What a strange thing! His religion is different from ours, but his Qibla is the same as ours." Due to these words, our Prophet's blessed heart was offended. One day, when Jibril alayhi wasallam came, our Prophet said to him, "O Jibril, I wish that Allah Ta'ala turns my face towards the Kaaba from the Qibla of the Jews." Then Jibril alayhi wasallam said, "I am only a slave of Allah Ta'ala. Supplicate to Allah Ta'ala for this." After that, the 144th ayat Karimah of the Baqarah Surah had descended. It purports, "O my beloved, verily, we see the turning of your face to heaven for the divine revelation. For this we shall turn you to a Qibla with which you will be pleased. Now turn your face towards Masjid Haram, the Kaaba. O the Muslims, you too, turn your faces towards there during your prayers, wherever you are. For sure, the people of Book know that this Qibla turning is true from their Rabb, and Allah Ta'ala is not unaware of what they do. When this ayat Karima descended, our Master, Rasulullah was conducting the noon prayer. They were in the middle of the ritual prayer. As soon as he received the revelation, he changed his direction to the Kaaba Muazzama. The Ashab Kiram followed our Master, Habib Ikram, and they turned towards that direction. That masjid was named Masjidi Qiblatain, that is, the masjid with two Qiblas. Our Master Rasulullah went to Kuba and by himself rebuilt the niche of the first masjid that was built and chained the walls of the masjid. The fact that the Ashab Kiram were successful in their military expeditions started to frighten the disbelievers. From then on, their caravans set off as convoys with soldiers. In the second year of the Hijrah, the Meccan polytheists would take charges from each family and send a caravan of 1,000 camels to Damascus. Their chieftain was Abu Sufyan, who had not become Muslim yet. Around 40 soldiers had been charged to protect the caravan. After selling their goods, they would buy weapons with all the money, and these weapons would be used in the war against Muslims. When Rasulullah learned about this, that the polytheists sent a large caravan to Damascus for trade, he appointed several persons from the Muhajirs to discover their situation. When they reached the place called Zul Ashira, they learned that the caravan had passed. They returned to Medina. If the weapons and the goods of the disbelievers were taken away from them, they would not be able to harm Muslims, and their resistance would be broken. Therefore, our Master Rasulullah sent Hadrat Talha bin Abdullah and Hadrat Sa'id bin Zaid as reconnaissance to learn about the return of the caravan. When we return, we'll discuss this subject a little further. Wa alaikum salam.